defense is really extraordinary. There it is, and
down goes.
He doesn't give his opponents a chance to survive past the 6th round.
in even terms, maybe doing a little better.
His punches break fighters both physically and mentally.
People drew up this fight. They really thought the pressure.
Everyone who has stepped into the ring with him has either quit or been overwhelmed.
Just looked absolutely tremendous, and there's a big left hook.
This is Subriel Matias. 21 wins, 21 knockouts, and 1 death. Yes, he's a true destruction machine in the super lightweight division and possibly one of the most underrated champions of our time. Subriel Matias was born on March 31st, 1992 in Puerto Rico. Growing up in poverty, surrounded by street fights and harsh realities, boxing became his only escape and a chance to change his destiny.
Un suceso tras otro, lo fortalecido de una manera mentalmente duro, no puedo inquebrantar.
He started boxing relatively late at the age of 16, but within a few years he became a rising prospect. His amateur career was not remarkable, but his true potential emerged in the professional ranks in 2015. Matias began his pro career systematically dismantling opponents one by one. When he turned professional, he faced a tough reality. No major promoters were eager to sign a fighter without an impressive amateur background. But Matias refused to wait. He fought on small boxing shows in Puerto Rico where the purses were modest and the opponents were desperate. Warriors willing to do anything to win. His first real test came in his 4th professional fight against the experienced Jeffrey Fontanes. Many expected Fontanes to give Matias a tough challenge, but Subriel demolished him in just 2 rounds. After that, promoters started paying attention that this guy was dangerous. But no one yet realized he would soon become a monster. With each new fight, Matias became even more aggressive and ruthless. He wasn't just winning, he was destroying his opponents, breaking them down until they had no choice but to surrender under his relentless pressure. His style was simple, yet devastating. Constant aggression, non-stop punches, and complete disregard for anything coming back at him. After 8 consecutive victories, all by technical knockout, Matias was ready for the next step in his career.
That guy, skill-wise, might not be the best. Defensively, might not be the best. But his intensity is top tier. His intensity level is top tier, and he's somebody to be reckoned with in any matchup.
On July 19th, 2019, Matias stepped into the ring for a high-stakes fight, an IBF title eliminator in the super lightweight division. His opponent was the undefeated Russian fighter Maxim Dadashev, who held a 13 wins, 11 knockouts record. For both men, this fight was a defining moment. Matias showcased his relentless high-pressure style, unloading brutal combinations throughout the bout.
Hey, look at here. I'm gonna lie a little bit there. Same thing up top. Everything is good, all right? Anything I want is a clean break, all right? It's about it in Olympia. Watch the low blows, all right? I want the head using the wrong way.
Background, but Matias is unbothered by all of that. In the build-up to the fight, he said, this is a big test.
Power punching prospect trying to take a big leap to top contender status. Just his 2nd fight in the continental U.S., 10 fights back home in Puerto Rico.
You can see the amount of pressure that Matias is putting on Dadashev. That's Dadashev. You know, he's a little bit more versatile than Matias. But you see the hard shots right there to the head and body from Matias.
You can hear a thud and a pop at the end of those punches. There was a short left hand there, and now work on the inside.
That right eye still bleeding. Wondering if the blood is starting to drip down in the eye of Matias. Right on the corner.
Well, blood is coming down, grease is gone at this point.
By the 11th round, the situation had become dire for Dadashev, and his corner made the painful decision to stop the fight as the fighter continued to take heavy punishment.
Gave Dadashev some time to get out of harm's way.
You roll under the hook, hit him with a 1-2. Okay, you busting him up. Okay?
Best punch of
Right hand landed clean. Another angle right here landed right on the chin, but credit to Matias, he took it well. But you see the defense after that, Dadashev rolling underneath, that's exactly.
I told you the story of the trouble he got into. Was shot in 2012, went away, served time, including time at a federal prison in Georgia. Goes to the body.
Inside, I got him touching the guy to the body a little more. And then, you know, each round.
Dadashev walked back to the locker room and collapsed and was rushed to the hospital on July 23rd. Just days later, Maxim Dadashev passed away from the injury sustained in the fight. The event cast a shadow over Matias' career, but also underscored the devastating power he brings to the ring. After the tragic death of Maxim Dadashev, Subriel Matias found himself at the center of controversy. His victory in the fight, despite being a success, became a nightmare. He endured an intense internal struggle, and his career faced a tremendous challenge on how to move forward, knowing that his punches had cost a man his life. Yet, he chose to return to the ring with even greater determination. On November 30th, 2019, in the bout against Argentina's Jonathan Ennis, Matias stepped back into the ring. This fight was a moment of recovery and self-reflection. In the end, he secured a dominant knockout victory in the 5th round, proving that his return was no accident. On February 22, 2020, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Matias faced the first major setback of his career. His opponent Russia's Ananyan was seen as a clear underdog, but he displayed a remarkable heart of resilience and fighting spirit. Despite Matias' reputation as an undefeated knockout artist and with odds makers favoring him heavily, 14-1 odds, Ananyan embraced his underdog role and took a huge risk from the start.
Lead was slightly off the mark there. I mean, arm punches that look like they could be impactful.
Right, but he's a thudding puncher, and we saw that in DC. And I think Ananyan trying to switch up.
Ananyan's forcing the action a little bit, but he's not real accurate with his punches. You know, he's hitting a lot of glove punches. He needs to really set and look where he's punching and set and punch there.
But I like this fight. That one's straight a bit low. But again, if the referee doesn't get in there, you have two hands. Do something about it.
Despite Matias' relentless aggression, he absorbed the punishment and gradually turned the fight in his favor.
Borderline or low.
And you know, anytime you look towards the referee and your opponent sees that, that's the chance that your opponent can take advantage of you.
Well, it also lets him know that you're complaining and you're looking kind of for a way out, or you're looking for some help.
You know, I remember doing that in the Holyfield fight. He headbutted me and I was complaining that same time, Holyfield was so experienced.
Shocking that Holyfield was headbutting. I saw it coming the other way with a little return fire of a forearm and a potential elbow from Matias. Three-punch combination that time from Ananyan. Better action here in round 4. Another digging body shot comes in from Matias. And in a combination, his best clean sweep so far on Larius.
I gave Ananyan 1 round. And even though he's behind on my
Foul sheet. See if he can take advantage, come up with something special here against the unbeaten prospect.
To get Ananyan's attention tonight.
Nanian has had some flashes, but outclassed for the most part from Matias. Music combination has had success with the left hand.
Matias started out with a good jab, good shot right there.
Left hook.
It wasn't like he was trying to hit him.
However, Ananyan countered, effectively disrupting Matias's rhythm and landing sharp shots of his own.
Shove him away with it.
He does.
Nanian is right there, Joe. He's just a gear or two behind Matias.
Every so often, he'll land that left hook, try to come with an uppercut, but he has been...
In round 7, big rights followed by a left sent Matias reeling. He was in danger for the first time.
Yeah, but Matias is throwing the right combinations to in this fight, and he's getting a lot of glory. He's getting through with his punches.
Wide sweeping right hand.
Yeah.
And another one from Ananian. And now a clubbing shot against the undefeated Matias. He's got him in trouble. Look at this. That is being ruled a knockdown, saying that the ropes is going for it here in round number card. Gave every round to Matias, and then the 10-8
dropped Matias. So they made a conscious effort to keep him in this.
to create some space. Comes in with a left hook that time. He delivered the win of this week between the final news conference and then all.
And he doesn't. He looks a bit wary. He's taking a lot of shots.
What would be? Let's check in with what Bernardo is hearing.
Subriel, Matias' trainer, Anthony.
It can affect you mentally. You know what I mean? You're going in and you're doing the same thing again, and you're concerned about your own well-being.
Final 45 of the first 6 rounds on Larry Hazard's senior scorecard. Then has come on strong and late here against the undefeated Matias. Charging right to the pocket. There's another right hand. Good surge to finish things.
In the end, the judges awarded Ananyan a unanimous decision victory.
For your winner by unanimous decision,
He pulls the upset. Petros Ananian comes up with the upset win to start the big night of action.
This loss was a major lesson for Matias, determined to prove he was still one of the best in his division. Matias returned to the ring against Malik Hawkins. From the very first round, Matias displayed his signature aggression, giving Hawkins no breathing room.
In white trunks, Matias in the orange with black and white trunks. And immediately it's Hawkins looking to establish the stick.
He told us that the jab was the most important thing in this fight for him, to keep Matias. We'll see the movement from Hawkins during this fight as well.
While Hawkins throws winner tonight. And Hawkins, man, he's had some terrific sparring with the likes of Boots Ennis, Terrence Crawford, Maurice Hooker.
Can't get any better than that for sparring. It's really good sparring.
Matias punching
from Hawkins more than I think he would normally use.
So a getting to know you round between...
In terms of the power punches landed, he dominated the fight, controlling the action with his heavy punches and relentless pressure.
The inside exchanging, he likes it a lot better. When Hawkins is moving, it's an issue for him.
Hawkins looks to try to cut off the ring, although Hawkins utilizing his lateral movement. There's a double left hook, lands upstairs, a right hand over the top.
Fight where he actually hit an opponent when he was down, so sometimes he's overzealous.
Yeah, that was against Fernando Salcedo, and that was back in October of 2018.
He had lots of issues, as did Matias.
And they are very close in terms of the power punches landed. His left, and Matias just marching him down, hands are low.
Oh, wow, he's just coming. You know, one of the big things in this fight is the jab of Matias.
Well, hands were low, but then he lets them go and starts... Mark up Malik Hawkins here in round number 3.
This is a step-up fight for Hawkins. There's no question about that. And
in the 6th round, Hawkins hit the canvas after a brutal series of blows.
It really has. He has done a much better job with power punches, landing 109 to 66. Well, here it is by round, as we see. Matias, after that first round, things changed dramatically. You know, this is just the way Matias and his people drew up this fight. They really thought the pressure.
Oh, and Hawkins goes down to one knee.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In this is 19th professional bout. Hawkins goes down for the first time here in round 6. Less than a minute remaining and maybe more of
the same aggression, if not more, that he knocked him down, Matias, on Matias' side. And Hawkins, I mean, he just has to change it up, second gear, find a different method, you know, 1, 2.
The fight was ultimately stopped when the ringside doctor intervened, ruling Hawkins unfit to continue. Matias secured a TKO victory.
Okay, it's over. It's all over. Sorry, Malik.
The fight has been stopped. Subriel Matias improves to 16-1. All 16 of his victories have come in.
His next fight was one of Matias's most thrilling performances. 8 rounds of brutal warfare that ended with the Kazakh fighter unable to keep up with the pace. In May 29th, 2021, Matias continued his pursuit of the IBF super lightweight world title, facing undefeated Kazakh contender Batajan Jukembayev. As from the opening bell, Matias dictated the pace. His crushing punches and relentless attack put Jukembayev in deep trouble.
Also came up.
An intriguing combination by Jukembayev. He throws the uppercut and then the hook after it. Mike Tyson used to throw that.
Despite his efforts, the Kazakh fighter struggled to find an answer to Matias's unrelenting pressure.
Sensational stuff here in round number 3.
Matias's hand speed, which is really extraordinary. There it is. And
down goes Jukembayev. Little opportunity to get on track. But boy, that left hand remains money.
Oh, man.
An incredible round here. Faces Matias walking down Jukembayev. Matias staying ultra active. Beautiful defense there. Avoiding the combination. Nice combination. Scoring for Matias here in the home. Oh, and that right hooks.
After the 8th round, Jukembayev's corner decided to stop the fight, recognizing that their fighter could not continue.
Round 8 again. The left hand for Jukembayev finding its target.
This victory earned Matias the mandatory challenger status for the IBF super lightweight world title.
Inspecting Batir Jukembayev and Subriel Matias improves to 17-1.
Subriel Brownie Matias.
On January 22nd, 2022, in Atlantic City, Matias, now the IBF mandatory challenger, faced Petros Ananyan in a high-anticipated rematch 2 years after his first professional loss. He had the chance to settle the score. Ananyan started the fight with a solid strategy, pressing forward, working well in close range, and preventing Matias from establishing his usual aggressive tempo.
In advantage here in round number 1. So they are. Hope Show Stats punch tabulators enjoyed their rest over the holiday season.
They may get carpal tunnel syndrome from this one because it's going to keep heating up. Yeah.
The Puerto Rican struggled to penetrate Ananyan's tight defense and sharp counters.
Punches in bunches. And
check back with me in round 6 and 7. If we make it there. If we make it there.
The tide shifted halfway through when Matias dragged Ananyan into a slugfest, where his raw power and relentless assault began to take effect. By the 8th round, it became evident that Ananyan was exhausted and could no longer respond to every attack from his opponent.
A minute and a half left here in the 5th, Matias.
No, the fight you're talking about, it was against Becco. but yeah, the training fight with
incredible.
And Matias still doing good work as he counters off the ropes. Still laying on the ropes.
What a slugfest! What an exchange! What a pitch to battle!
At the end of the 9th round, Petros took a left hook and went down during the break.
Serrano won at 140 pounds, and there have been some great Puerto Rican, as you said, champions who do it. You know, Matias is not slowing down, and that's the
1,400 punches. Oh!
The ringside doctor examined him and, noticing his deteriorating condition, signaled the referee to stop the fight.
Be careful.
And the fight is all over.
Right before the bell, for the first time in his career, high drama in AC. Only the referee can stop the fight, and Mary Glover has decided to do so.
Loss and proving that setbacks only made him stronger.
Take a look at the knockdown one more time. I mean, that was just it wasn't even the hardest left hook that Matias threw all fights, but I think that was just the one that...
This fight, and this is the fight I've always wanted. Since this was my defeat, I wanted to avenge this loss.
On February 25th, 2023 in Minneapolis, Subriel Matias faced undefeated Argentine fighter Jeremias Ponce for the vacant IBF world title in the junior welterweight division. Ponce was the underdog according to bookmakers, but when the fight started, he came with confidence. Dominating the first round, he was highly active, throwing a large volume of punches and forcing Matias to work on defense.
To 52 landed punches per round. That's 83%, Al. Between Matias and Ponce are power shots.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just going to say this. I haven't looked forward to a fight as much in a while. And we had a great 140-pound fight between Alberto Puello and Batir Akhmedov last year. This is going to be just like it.
And all early on, Ponce, who's known for that devastating body work, so already it is Ponce delivering the heat.
Wow. Ponce hasn't even been
pouncing on Matias.
Now Matias is waiting a little bit too much.
Wow. 26 years of age, Ponce, used to fighting on the road, has no issue with Ritson to earn this opportunity. And now, here in the U.S. in his first fight on American soil, off to a torrid start.
He told us he might box the first couple rounds to see how things are going. Oh, my.
Who said that?
Ponce's already
Ponce.
He lied.
Wow.
Midway point of the round, he's already thrown 52 punches and landing 13 compared to just 3 for Matias, who's wondering what is happening.
I mean, he is doing the super.
Wow, it's right. So much. We talked about power shots, and we talk about Ponce with his punch selection. Now Matias coming back with a series of left hands.
In the second round, realizing he needed to take control, Matias engaged in an aggressive firefight where he found more success.
The entire time looking at Subriel Matias sitting on his stool wondering what just happened.
Yeah, Ponce is here on the mission, and then you saw it early on. He came out to show us exactly what he's here to do, and that is to beat Matias.
Mirror images of each other, very much so in their styles. And here comes Matias now, head to head, throwing punches to the body, neutralizing Ponce as best he can. As Ponce continues to dig to the body with right hands, Ponce just goes over the top with the right hand it lands.
One of the things is Matias has a terrific left hook, and if Ponce is in the range where he can throw that punch, he just hasn't been able to land it. He needs one of those to change the dynamic of this fight right now.
Ponce with superb infighting skills thus far in this fight, landing while they're connected to each other, Abner. Neither known for their defensive skills, although we have seen improvement recently. But they are now, as expected, going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. Round number 2.
Just the second round, and it has Fighter of the Year written.
I mean, and the question will be, Matias has gotten himself together in this second round. He's landing some nice shots, so he has responded well.
The seconds left in the second round.
Ooh, I think that both of these fighters, have enough heart and obviously courage to fight in the inside, but is Matias' power.
The third round, however, belonged to Ponce again as he continued to disrupt Matias' rhythm and avoided reckless exchanges, despite showing signs of fatigue.
tremendous fight already, and they could glide in the center of the ring and start chucking leather.
Now the danger for Ponce is he got hurt with left hooks because he's trading left hooks with Matias.
Yeah, you don't want to trade, in this fight. You just want to work that body, rib to body. Good hook there.
Body by Ponce. Left uppercut right by Ponce.
But he didn't hook with them. He threw it.
It's not that Ponce can't do this and do it well. The question is, will Matias do it better?
With all due respect to Aerosmith, it's not loving an elevator. They've been as close as conjoined twins for the majority of the round, right in front of each other, just continuing to dig deep, throwing power shots, uppercuts, hooks.
The fourth round saw both fighters trading blows at close and mid-range, but Matias finished stronger, gaining momentum, left hook to the body.
Upstairs with a right by Matias. Do we mention they don't really care about defense at times?
Not so much all the time, no.
And that's what makes them very fan-friendly. The fact that they're such offensive juggernauts, but also the fact that they sometimes do sacrifice defense in order to try.
A little bit of Diego Corrales deciding to be right chest to chest with Jose Luis Castillo. We thought, oh my God, he can't do this, but he did do it.
And let's not forget that Matias has been just, showcasing a great fight, and he's doing that now.
Now, Matias,
really close fight.
Matias in this round is starting to exert himself, and he's throwing more punches than Ponce.
Wow. As he did in the last round as well.
You have to do a lot to discourage Subriel Matias, and we see that by what happened in round one.
And I got to go back to the, Petros fight.
Matias long lost to Petros Ananian, who he avenged in his last fight, stopping him in a beautiful left hook upstairs by Matias. Now Matias unloading on Ponce.
In the fifth round, Ponce absorbed significant damage.
Josh Taylor was the undisputed champion, vacated 3 of his titles, remains a belt holder, joined by Regis Prograis, Alberto Puello, and now Jeremias Ponce, Subriel Matias, looking to steal each other's souls in order to reach the summit.
Yeah, great rhythm that Matias is finding now. Uppercut and hook, back to the uppercut. But Ponce has to get up to the body shots.
Clearly won the second, and I think he pulled out the fourth with that left hook. Very close fight. Ponce's been the aggressor. Matias giving ground, but both landing plenty of shots. Very close fight. I have it even.
Abner, you hit it. Ponce needs to get back to the body, and there it is. There's that left hook downstairs.
Good combination upstairs by Matias.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going to slow down Matias. Even though we've seen it in the past.
With 10 seconds left in the round, he was knocked down.
In their first meeting, his lone defeat.
How extraordinary is it, given what went on in round one, that Subriel Matias is here battling not only on even terms, maybe doing a little better.
Matias has Ponce staggered. Ponce goes down.
Although he managed to get back up,
7, 8. Come here. Let's go.
Matias revving up the engine. Going upstairs, another left hook, double left hook. Ponce hanging on.
his corner decided to stop the fight before the 6th round.
Did not want to let him go out.
Matias secured a stoppage victory, claiming the IBF Junior Welterweight World title.
World, el orgullo de Maternillo, Subriel Matias.
30-year-old Subriel Matias becomes